My name is Dr. Harris, and my next client of the day is a Mr. John J. Mr. J was arrested last night on charges of assaulting his boss. Mr. J has worked with IBM for about 15 years. I've spoken to his boss and his wife, and they both say that Mr. J has been exhibiting lots of stressful and irritable behavior lately. So I anticipate his reaction to be very resistant initially for this therapy session. So my technique that I'm going to use is to try to bring Mr. J into being into a more comfortable place by talking about golf. I spoke to his wife and he very much enjoys playing golf. So I'll start off with that and maybe get him to be a little bit more comfortable, and then we'll start with the therapy session about his anger management issues. Mr. J? Mr. J, how are you? I'm Dr. Harris.
Pretty good.
First, I want to explain to you my note-taking. I may be taking some notes throughout our session so that we don't forget anything. Is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
Okay. I can sense that you're a little uncomfortable. Have you ever been in therapy before?
No, I have not.
And what do you think about talking to someone in this kind of setting?
I think it's a waste of time.
Okay. Why do you think it's a waste of time?
Because I don't have a problem.
Okay. Well, I can see you're very uncomfortable right now. Let's focus on something else. Let's talk about things that you do enjoy. Like I hear you're a great golfer. Is that true?
That's true. I'm pretty good.
Okay. And how do you feel whenever you're playing golf?
It just makes me feel like, there's no problems, there's no worries. I'm just out there, just me and the little ball. So, just having a great time with me and the fellas.
And how long have you been playing golf?
About 10 years now.
Do you get to play very often?
No, not very often.
You'd like to change that, I'm thinking.
I would definitely like to change that.
Okay. All right, now switching gears back to your work, how does your feelings when you're playing golf differ from your feelings when you're at work?
When I'm at work, I'm stressed out. And when I'm playing golf, there's no stress.
Okay. So would you agree that it would be very beneficial if we could take that feeling you get when you're playing golf and transfer that to when you're at work? Would that be something you'd be interested in trying to work on?
Like I said, I don't think I have a problem, but you're the doctor.
Right. Well, me being here, I'd like us both come up with a good solution for you. Your wife, I've talked to your wife and your boss. They say you're a great person. They want to help you get more comfortable and more relaxed and less stressful. So what I would like to do is first talk about what happened, get your point of view, what happened with your boss last night. Can you talk to me about what happened?
I don't really want to talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about your job then. How long have you been working with IBM?
I've been with IBM about 15 years.
And do you enjoy the work that you do there?
I love my job.
Okay, so how was your relationship with your boss about a year ago?
It was a great relationship. We would go play golf, take a couple Fridays off, once a month maybe. Go play golf. Our families had barbecues, so it was a good relationship.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It was.
So when did that start to change?
About 6 months ago.
And what started that change 6 months ago?
Well, they started laying people off. And it was more workload for me and my colleagues. So that brought on a little stress for everybody.
Okay, so you're saying about 6 months ago the company started having some downsizing issues, and because of that you've been working so hard you can't play golf as much as you used to.
That's true.
Okay. Now what about your life at home with your family? How has that changed since the problems you've been having at work?
I don't get to spend as much time with my family. I mean, I'm getting home 9, 10 o'clock, the kids are already in bed. So, the wife, she's already, preparing for bed, so I barely even get to see her.
Okay. And how was your relationship with her before your job started having some problems?
Well, it was wonderful. It was great. I'd come home, we'd sit down as a family, have dinner, play a couple games, Scrabble, and...
Okay. So what would you like to change? If you can change one thing about your job, what would that be?
I like to go home early.
Okay. What are some things that you think would help you get home earlier?
They could hire some more people.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about some other things. When you're at work throughout the day, you're obviously very stressed out. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Now going back to what we talked about before, bringing that whole golf feeling back. Have you ever thought about maybe bringing one of those portable putting greens to work, and maybe doing that on your breaks or your lunch hour to kind of clear your head and maybe get back into a more soothing frame of mind?
I've never thought of that.
Would that be something you would be willing to try?
I mean, it sounds great.
Okay. So now we have one solution. Maybe we can try that. Take that golf putting green to work and see if that helps. You talked about maybe hiring some more people. That may not work for your company. I'm not sure how that's going to work. What else do you think you'd be willing to do throughout the day to help your situation? Have you talked to your boss about your time management and things that he can do to help you out?
No, I haven't talked to him. I mean, he gives me jobs, and you know, I was late on a couple of the jobs, and you know, I lost my cool. So.
Okay. How do you feel now about your boss after what happened yet?
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, he's still a great boss. It's just that he pissed me off. So, you know, I made a mistake. I apologize. Next thing you know, I'm being handcuffed.
Okay. And that, of course, really upset you even more.
Well, of course, you know, embarrassed in front of my colleagues, very embarrassed.
Absolutely. I could definitely see how that would happen. What I'd like to do, with your consent, of course, is maybe talk to you on a weekly basis and try to, I really want to help you reduce your stress level. I really think it's important that, because you don't want to quit your job. Is that an option for you?
No.
Okay, so you're going to have to work at this job for the next couple of years, at least until you retire.
That's correct.
So why not make this a more enjoyable experience for you? Would you be willing to help me out and try some things maybe that could make that a possibility?
So what, you gonna come to my job? I mean...
No, well, the way this would work, Mr. J, is that you would come and see me once or twice a week. We can talk about what's been going on at home and at work, and try some relaxation techniques and some stress-relieving techniques to help you deal with your job situation and your home situation in a more manageable and positive way. How does that sound?
I'm not too sure on that. I'll just get your business card, and you know, if I feel that I need to do that, then I'll give you a call.
Okay. Well, let's do this one thing then. If we can do this one thing for each other. Why don't we plan to meet next Friday, 1 week from today. What I want you to do in the meantime is when you go back to work, I want you to take that putting green to work. And I want you to do that at least twice a day, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, at lunch, whenever you decide to do that. And I want you to kind of reflect on how that makes you feel. In your most stressful situation, see if you can take a few minutes out and swing the golf club around, hit the ball a few feet, and just see how that makes you feel. And next Friday when we come back, we'll talk about if that made a difference or not, and then what we can do in some other areas to help you feel a little bit better. Are you agreeable to that?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. J, and I'll see you a week from today, next Friday.
Okay.
All right. What I think went well in that interview was, I don't know. I think that I gave him some good options. I think that the whole golf thing, letting him play golf, maybe that might help him out a little bit. What I think I might need to change is maybe my body language next time. Maybe start to feel more, try to appear more empathetic, empathic towards him. And we'll see.